what's going on? How's everybody doing out there? Welcome to episode 15 of Bluntz, Coffee, and Tea. I'm your host, Loso.
Yo, everybody, it's Neek. How y'all doing? I hope y'all missed us. I missed y'all.
Well, I know I didn't miss them, that's for sure.
Oh, you's a jerk.
Welcome everybody that's watching on Blunt's Tube. This is the second episode of that. For those that don't know what Blunt's Tube is, that is our YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. So I don't know where to begin. Just because, we've been on a break. As you can see, things have changed. We reformatted a lot of things, made it more structural, hopefully. And just pretty much just getting our shit together. We're gonna get into all, everything is relatable to what we're talking about, but it hasn't been easy. And I just thank everybody that's been, asking where the show's been at, supporting. I thank Neek and everybody else, Star, G, for taking out the time to do this. This is not easy, mixing schedules and, putting this stuff together is becoming more of a pain in the ass than I, realized. And so I'm just really appreciative. I just want that to be known, in, internet world, that I am appreciative to all the people that, message me, give me suggestions, help make this better. I'm really I'm really grateful for that. And the people know who they are. They're always checking up. They're always wondering. It's the same people that have left comments and left, 5-star ratings, or, just critique me and say, hey, you should do this a little bit. I listen to all that. As long as you listen, I genuinely listen to all that. So if you keep commenting and you subscribe and you follow us on Instagram and on Twitter, you know, we'll keep making sure that we listen to you guys and try to, make this show the best show possible. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up, let Neek get to the tea, and let's get this show rolling.
All right, everybody. It's been an interesting few weeks of apologies all around. Let's start with the most recent, and that is Charlemagne the God apologizing to Kwame Brown. So, if you haven't been following the news lately, I'm going to give you all of the sweetest tea on that. So, after All the Smoke podcast, hosted by retired NBA player Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, talked about openly about former NBA player Kwame Brown's athletic skills, and if you know anything about Kwame Brown as being like one of the biggest letdowns as far as draft picks, Charlemagne went on the Breakfast Club to basically come to the rescue of Kwame Brown, basically, saying, lay off the dude, but in the process, for some odd reason, starts talking about Brown's family, and about a violent history in the Brown family. And
Who's that, Charlemagne?
Yeah, so Charlemagne just starts talking about like dude's personal family stuff and how the family's violent, all this stuff, and that's mostly because they sort of grew up in the same area. So I guess
so they know each other.
So he knows the family basically, and growing up and whatever. But Kwame was not about that life. He did not care for that. He went on sort of like a live video in his car and just basically, I'll tell you what he said. He said, "You want to talk as if you know me. Rape case guy, Charlemagne the God, that actually pled guilty and got away with it. You want to talk about a brother that..."
I know. I heard about that rape case, but I didn't know like the details of that shit. What?
So he basically went in on him and DJ Envy as well. He just came for everybody's life for talking about his family.
Yeah.
So about the rape case, because I know people want to know. So in 2001, Charlemagne was accused of rape by one Jessica Reed. Basically, Jessica Reed and her friend in a police report basically said that they got picked up for and brought to like a housing facility, given liquor that tasted like soda. That was the last thing Reed's family, that was the last thing Reed's friend like remembers. And then Reed's friend sort of woke up, I guess out of whatever comatose state she was in, and found some dude on top of her. So she pushes him off, goes looking for Reed, finds Reed in like the room across from her, naked and crying. They both at the same time, like, basically Reed was saying that she was raped. They went to the hospital, got DNA swabs, whatnot. About a month later, Charlemagne gets picked up. He's 22 at the time. Reed is 15, so note that. Charlemagne got picked up for the and got charged for it. But basically, DNA tests came back that didn't match him, and so he pled to a lesser charge of like negligence of a minor, basically.
Yeah.
And he talked about that at DJ Academics like podcast at one point about what happened there. And it was mostly like, you know, he didn't get tagged with the rape case because of the DNA swabs or whatnot. And there's been some resurfacing of that over the years on that. But, you know, everybody was calling for Charlemagne to apologize to Kwame Brown. And so recently, about a couple days ago, he went on the Breakfast Club and gave himself Donkey of the Day, if you know his Donkey of the Day segment, and basically apologized that he should have never did that kind of thing. And the next big apology that has happened over the last week or so is from Joe Budden.
Oh, he gave in.
Yep, he apologized to Rory and Mal. So if y'all haven't been paying attention, basically Joe Budden went on a...
Oh shit, I forgot about you. Oh, my bad.
Yeah. You in the tea though. I like it. I brought you something nice today.
Yeah, I see that.
I see you smoking a blunt.
Nah, you know what it was? I spaced out, and I was just like, you didn't even remind me. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot. Yo, as much as I paid for that beat, we gotta use that shit as much as possible.
But I'm sure everybody's been paying attention to what's going on, but I'm going to tell y'all anyways in case y'all been living under a rock or doing your own thing during this time. But Joe Budden on one of his podcasts basically live fired Rory specifically, and then went in on Mal and just said all types of stuff about them trying to have ownership of the show.
Hold on one second. For those, because some of y'all are young, and if you haven't watched Love and Hip Hop, you might not know who Joe Budden is. Joe Budden was a rapper, kind of ass from New Jersey. Wind up being on the show Love and Hip Hop. You know, became a celebrity. A B-list celebrity off that. Made a podcast, and it was literally, you know, it's been a popping podcast. You know, whether I like them or not. Like at the end of the day, like a lot of the inspiration that even I got before, you know, I started disliking the guy came from the Joe Budden podcast. So, you know, he's one of the, what I like to say, pioneers. You know, there's other people that's been doing this shit, but like for me and for people in the hood, like that's like who we saw, like that was really doing it. Him, Academics, you know, those are the people that's really like big on the podcast and YouTube shit that people like me have taken notice. So for those people that don't know who Joe Budden is, that's who Joe Budden is.
Speaking of DJ Academics, so Joe Budden like sort of went ham on them about them trying to like basically claim more rights to the show than they deserve, but also being mad about him re-collabing with DJ Academics because I guess there was some beef between him and Rory, I think. And so basically Joe Budden like said, "You're fired," on air, live for everybody to see. And then also, you know, saying like his relationship with DJ Academics is not an indictment on their friendship. So if everyone don't know, he brought on Rory and Mal, and they're both like friends of his. I think Mal was sort of like a friend, and then Rory's like an industry friend. And so basically they didn't care for that. They went on their own sort of podcast and basically spilled the tea, saying that, you know, this isn't about money. This is about how Joe's been and all of that drama. The whole, like, entertainment community came after Joe, like, especially Kevin Hart.
That's the shit I don't get. Well, I kind of get. I get why everybody went after him. It's what the name of the show is today. Transparency for Clout. And but me personally, the reason why I even took his side to begin with on all this, because as a content creator, as somebody that's trying to run his own business, as somebody that is pretty much doing most of the legwork by himself, I can resonate with somebody feeling some type of way when you got two people, telling you that they want more piece of the pie, and you feel like they don't deserve it, and you don't feel like they don't deserve it because as Drake said, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. You know, podcasting ain't just being on this mic for an hour or 2 hours, 3 hours, however
Mm.
long you do it. All the stuff that does in the back end is ridiculous. Just me alone, this is stuff I had to taught myself as somebody that just came out of jail. Somebody that the last time I seen a computer, it had Windows XP. It's daunting. It's a lot for a motherfucker. So like, when somebody just comes out of nowhere and just be like, like I love Star, that's my boy. But imagine somebody like Star telling me that, all right, I want 50%.
Mm.
Like I'm gonna feel and that's my man. I'm gonna feel some type of way. I'm just be honest. I'm gonna feel some type of way because at the end of the day, the way I'm looking at it is, all the work that I personally put in,
Mm.
you know, however I divvy it up, is really up to you to take or not. You don't have to take it.
Mm.
But the thing that he fucked up and celebrities are making him apologize for is just that you can't just throw your bullshit out there because you can. And you feel like you have a platform and you feel like you have a fan base that's
Right.
going to like you, that likes you, and is going to agree with whatever you say. And so, therefore, you feel like you're going to take it upon yourself. Because we could take this, the whole reason why we even bringing this shit up, the whole reason why Neek does the tea, right, is that I try to remind people that celebrities are just regular ass motherfuckers and we all go through the same shit. Whether you
Mm.
got money, whether you don't, there's things about, us, whether you black, white, that we all could resonate. Weed is one. We all could, for the most part, if you smoke weed, no matter who you are, you're going to get along with a fellow pothead, right or wrong.
Right.
But, you know, our generation and younger has got into this habit of being too transparent. I didn't even know what the word transparency meant. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I didn't know. I'm not. The last grade I completed was ninth grade. I'm self educated. I got my high school diploma, went back to college, all that. But in terms of my vocabulary isn't that great. And so when I was coming out, I kept hearing this word transparency, right? I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And so I looked up the word, right? And so I'm just like, all right, so it's pretty much just mean like, just putting your whole business out there. Pretty much just, there's nothing you hide. Like you just see through pretty much, right?
Mm.
I don't think that's okay. I mean, that's one of the main things that like I have wrong right now with social media and the internet period is that everybody wants to put their business out there. Like, and I mean everybody. Even like my closest relatives, friends, certain things don't need to be put on the internet.
I mean, I agree with that, but I feel like that's like common sense and less about transparency. Like, I think there are things that people need to be transparent about because that's all about telling the truth, right? So basically, we not supposed to tell the truth. What you saying?
What I'm trying to say is just that you don't gotta say everything. You don't gotta go online and be like, okay, me and my girl are beefing. Fuck that bitch.
Okay,
And
so
like,
it's more an internet thing than
well, this all stems from it. The whole reason why this all started between Joe Budden, right,
uh
and Rory and Maul is because Joe Budden decided, right, to go on his podcast and air out, his feelings about Rory and Maul, right or wrong. Wasn't that how
right.
it pretty much started? I mean, that's not exactly how it went down, but pretty much, he went there and spilled the beans about what was going on behind the
I
scenes.
mean, and that's what Kevin Hart came after him for.
Like, yeah, and so like, imagine if I just right now while we're recording and everything, and just say some bullshit like, damn, like, not that it's true,
Say
but
some fucked up shit right now. Say it.
matter of fact, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Nah.
Yeah.
But the point being, now fuck that. I'm gonna say just because she gave that face. Let's just say, for example, I just start saying some shit like, yeah, oh, Nick is acting crazy, like she's asking for,
Oh, that's regular shit
the,
though.
she's asking for a percentage of the donation money and shit. And I was like, well, we barely getting anything. And I just start, saying all this shit. None of this is true, by the way, but
Pay
imagine,
me what you owe me.
but imagine, imagine, I just started saying that right
Mm,
while we're recording. Like that's not cool. Like that's a discussion that's off camera. That's a discussion.
right.
Not everything needs to be transparent. Y'all don't need to know
I feel like
everything.
he was in his feelings, but I feel like, oh man, now I'm gonna have to agree with you, because then I feel like that was like a clout thing. Because Joe Budden is famous for having his emotional breakdowns and emotional vomit on air, and it like makes him money. So maybe he did that shit for the clout. I don't know, but it is kind of foul.
Definitely did it for the clout.
I think why
They all
everybody
do it
like
for the
came
clout.
for him though is because these are his so-called friends, right? These are not just regular business partners that you've built relationship with over the business. These are people like that was your friends before you got on air, and then you brought business in a relationship, and then you aired it out for everybody to hear. But my whole thing too is like, if we gonna come for Joe, we might as well come for Rory and Mal too, because they could have just not addressed that either.
I'm not gonna get into that with Pale Boy and Stupid Face. Really not, like, cause
I
they,
mean, they're
to
just
me
as
they was just,
guilty.
yeah,
They were just as guilty. I
the
just
way
feel like
the way I stand on that end is they're crybabies, and like at the end of the day, you know, it's his shit. Make
it's
your
his
own
shit.
shit. Make your own shit. I would have never.
I mean, but
I
that's
would've
the
never had
drama
to argue
too,
that.
right? He said that he's gonna sue them. That was one of his little emotional breakdowns.
Yeah, that was some
like,
bitch shit. Well, we
like,
all
I'm
know.
gonna sue you.
Listen, this
You're
is
in breach
this
of your
is not.
contract if you try to do your own show. You can't do your own show for like 1 year. That was basically it.
This guy is the type of man that plays by a different set of rules than somebody like me or even more play by. So when he says corny shit like that, like I just like you expect it from him. If you really I watched him, I listened to him for a long time. You just expect that type of shit from him. Like, but it's just corny that like they've been like they're legit friends, and everybody had to see that beef. That's unnecessary in my eyes. I would never do that to any of my mans.
Yo, and the
Period.
shit that's crazy is that Rory and Val said what they said, and then he did like a response to it and saying like he appreciates them. I feel like he calmed down. I feel like he calmed down afterwards and was saying that they told a lot of truth in what they said. But I just feel like everybody was guilty because nobody needed to say anything. Because I get it. Like, you feel some type of way because he aired that shit on social media, on his podcast for everybody in the world to see. And so they felt the need to respond, but they responded in just the same way that he did. But everybody's asking Joe Budden to apologize. And I guess it's because he threw the shade first, right? And so
Yeah.
nobody's looking for Rory and Mal to apologize for anything because they were quote unquote the victim here, right? But at the same time, like, you still did the same shit that he did and got mad views and mad clout because you went and responded in the same way.
Man, who's to say that they didn't just all just plan this? You ever thought about that?
I mean, I don't know about that, Loso. Like, everybody felt
Yo,
like that
Joe
there
Budden
was something
is
going
that
on.
much. Yo, I really feel like he's that much of a narcissist, and they're that much of idiots that I can see that shit just like planning, like being
I
planned
don't know. He
out.
got whole new people on his show right now. So,
Well,
and
if they-
Rory and Mal was talking about it, like, oh, he wanted those people on the show because he could convince them to get salary, which is something he cannot do with them.
which I find ridiculous because they're part of the character, they're part of the show. You get what I'm saying? But unless they're part of the creative process, unless they really push it, maybe we just don't know. But from what I got from all of it, it just seems like they wasn't putting that much that work in. You get what I'm saying? So like the way I'm looking at it is,
I
just
mean,
like,
Joe is like his franchise. It's his business.
yeah.
He invited them on.
All right, I'm over that. Fuck the end of that shit is just that like they just need to start acting like little bitches.
Stop being a little bitch.
I don't see Roy and Maul's show going anywhere really.
I mean, we all know that's not gonna be popular.
Because they don't really talk that much as it is without Joe. So I don't know how that dynamic, without him is going to work. But best of luck to y'all, I guess. I
was
mean,
like the most ass backwards, like, best of luck to you.
I mean, they're in a better position than I am. Shit, like
Right.
so.
Right. They already famous.
Yeah, they already famous. So who am
Yo,
I
fuck
to?
their podcast.
Yeah, I mean,
Subscribe
whatever.
to us.
So
We real people.
on to the other doofy head, Charlemagne.
Charlemagne the God.
This guy just does things. Just do them. He's like the original Clout asshole. Him and if you was ever in New York, there was a dude Stars from Star and Buck Wild who actually has a YouTube show now, and I think he's down in Atlanta. But these were like what they called them, shock jocks. They said, crazy, it's his job to say stupid shit. So he has to like always come up with new stupid shit to say. But, again,
I feel like he was just running his mouth because the whole premises of how he started that conversation was to be in defense of Kwame, right? But then started bringing up his like personal beef. I don't know if he was trying to be a fucking therapist or something and being like, oh, all of this like violence and blah, blah, blah. And basically trying to create some scenario of like why his NBA career like failed. That was not necessary. And just brought up his personal shit. And so Kwame was like, you gonna talk about my shit? Let's talk about your shit. Yeah,
but I felt where Kwame coming from though, because who the fuck are you to say all that shit?
Right. And some of that shit he don't have nothing to do with. He's like, what does that have to do with me? Like,
that shit makes you like, this is
all
why
my family's bullshit don't have nothing to do with me.
This is why very, very few people really know me. Like, this is why. Because look at this shit. Like, you let people in your life, right? And then, they use that shit against you, certain shit against you. And it's sad that, like, I say shit like that, but it's just true. Like, there's been plenty of times that, I've been in a situation, right, where I thought was stand-up motherfuckers, only to find out they go back and tell other people what I said and shit. Or things about me I didn't really want to be known at the time. And it's just like, I don't have nobody to blame but myself on that end. Because if I would have had shut the fuck up to begin with and not said nothing, it is what it is. But the point, going back to the whole transparency shit, like with Charlemagne, that was too much shit you said. Way too much shit. Unnecessary shit. Now let's get to this rape shit, right? I don't give a fuck. I'm going to just say this right now. I don't give a fuck if it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. If I didn't rape somebody, I'm not taking no fucking plea. And I'm like, and listen, you're talking to somebody that got locked up, that got told on, that was in the room and was being said, hey, if you tell on them back, we'll take this time back, and still was like, nah. So this is not somebody that was talking out their ass. I'm not taking no rape plea, period.
I mean, what he said all was negligence, right? They couldn't pin rape on him, but he was still liable because it was his party. That's what he was telling DJ Academics. Like, I invited this girl over, I left, and when I came back, there was this whole like she was claiming rape, and he spoke to the police that day. So it was his party, so he still had to take responsibility in some type of way.
All right.
And so he took that and then got like 3 years probation, but didn't take the rape plea. However, social media, everybody, the cancel guys came. The cancel crew came.
Before we get, hold on 1 second, because I want to make it clear, because I just spent see, this is the shit I be talking about when it comes to like news. This is not a rag on you, but you know how to use like buzzwords, and all I kept hearing was rape and Charlemagne, right? You told the story. You told the story how you told it, but the way the news is reporting it, all I heard was Charlemagne and rape. You get what I'm trying to say?
I'm like, what is you trying to say? Because I definitely told you that he pleaded to a lesser plea of negligence of a minor. Said that. Rewind the tape. I motherfucker said that.
All right, well, I'm going to be honest, people. I just wasn't listening.
Oh, okay.
When women... I
don't know why you had the music playing.
Listen, when women talk, it's just a natural thing. I just zoom out. So it's just like, she just started going, she was doing the T. I just like, yeah.
Oh, you zoomed out, and then you blamed the media.
All right,
because
well,
you don't know how to listen or read.
but I still stand by what I said. I'm not taking no plea case.
Say what I said.
Yeah, I still
Fuck
stand
that
by that part.
shit.
Like,
Fuck that shit. What would you say? It wasn't my fucking party. Yo, mad people was there.
now going back to like that, I don't know why he needs to be canceled. Yeah, it was his party, but you can't control everybody.
Because here's the thing, Jessica Reed is saying that he raped her, but DNA said it wasn't him.
Nah, see, this is where you fucking my head up. Hold up, you fucking my head up. So she's saying that Charlamagne was the one that raped her.
Yeah.
You see what I'm talking about? I can't stand you, so. I can't stand. Yo, y'all see this shit? Make me look crazy over here. Yeah?
Listen, either way, they're like, he's a rapist. You're a
rapist,
rapist, and
yo,
he got away with it.
I mean, if she's saying he did it, I mean, it sucks. Everybody's always gonna go for the female. That's just how it is.
She definitely got raped though. There is no that didn't happen, because she did what she was supposed to do, which a lot of people who experience rape don't do, which is to immediately go to the hospital and get a rape kit, right? Where you get swabbed, you get checked. So the hospital confirmed that, took DNA off of whatever was left on her body. She didn't take a shower. These are all things you're supposed to do, unfortunately, if that happens to you.
So why they couldn't match the DNA?
Because I guess it's a matter of matching the DNA of everybody who was at that party. And she at the time was claiming only one suspect. And then the other thing that made her case fall through, right, is because her mother decided not to have her cooperate with the prosecution. So basically not go on the stand, because she felt like it was just too much for her 15-year-old daughter to go through. Yeah. And so a few years ago, 2018, I think it was, that they brought this back up. There was a petition online with like 17,000 signatures asking for that case to be re-brought up. Which is why Kwame went there. Either way, Kwame went there.
So now they want Charlamagne to be canceled, right?
They want him to be canceled because of the rape shit. And then celebrities wanted him to apologize. He chose to apologize, but not for nothing, because Kwame Brown brought that up and there was this recirculation of information. It was like so many posts about, is his career over? Like, people was just not letting that shit go.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
He didn't get proven guilty.
He didn't get proven guilty.
So I don't want to drag that man's name to the dirt. Only he knows. And she knows what really happened. Mm-hmm. And if you really did something, get the fuck off the show, bro. Just that simple. Get the fuck off the show. If you really did something, get off the show.
Right.
You don't deserve it, man. That shit takes... I've been with a lot of women that went through shit like that. They don't ever forget. They just don't. They carry that shit. They don't want to. But then, you know, there's times they'll have flashbacks or what they call it, PTSD. And, you know, you just see the damage, man. And it's just like, you know, I don't agree with it, man. To me, there's no situation where you got to take the pussy. Like, really. And so when a man does that, like, to me, that's just the lowest of low. When I was in prison, it was them and child molesters that irked me the most. You know, because it's just like, those are just sickening things, unnecessary things. Even in today's world, it's not necessary for those type of disgusting mannerisms. I don't know. I ain't gonna keep getting, because this shit, it really bothers me.
Yeah, I can tell.
When I say it really bothers me, it really bothers me. And if, you know, I'm not gonna be the one to put a black man's name in the dirt. And just hang him on the cross just because people want to cancel him because they think they know what the fuck happened. I've seen a lot of situations where motherfuckers say will claim rape, and it really just be some bullshit. I was in a situation where somebody claimed I beat on them, and it was complete and utter bullshit. So I could just imagine a sick, excuse my language, females, a sick bitch go out there and say some crazy shit and say he raped them just cause like either you liked it that there's so many weird fucking reasons. I'm not even gonna get into this shit.
I mean, but the probability of someone lying about that shit and someone telling the truth is far different, and you know it.
And that's,
I mean, as a man who sat in a prison with a bunch of fucking rapists and molesters, there was a lot of them in there.
and that's
And I'm sure you knew some of them deserved to be there, right? Right or wrong, as you like to say, right or wrong.
yeah. But
right.
I've also seen people that when you really hear the story, you're like, damn. And not for nothing, I hate to bring race to it. When I hear those stories about the ones that sound like they're innocent, they usually black or brown. So I just can't, I'm sorry guys, I just can't say, yeah, he raped her. Just like with the whole Tory Lanez shit and Megan Thee Stallion. Everybody was quick to take Megan Thee Stallion. I'm like, yo, nobody knows the story. That shit sounds crazy. Just the way, like, the whole situation.
Yo, but
that
I'm
whole
glad
story.
you brought that up, right? Because that's a whole like transparency shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because what everybody was bucking on was because Megan was talking the most,
mm-hmm.
and he wasn't. He wasn't naming names. He wasn't saying what happened. And at first, it was
that's not how it started. How it started was Tory's fans was getting on Megan, and then media just started saying it just started becoming jokes and memes. And Megan became the transparent one and decided to defend herself and go on live and say, oh, nah, this not what happened. Y'all sticking up for the wrong person. Boom, boom. Told on live her side of the story. Not even on whether that's the situation. And that's what I not like. And I'm a big Megan fan. I didn't like that shit because I was like, yo, that shit's not necessary. You really a street chick like you rap about. Then you just did the worst.
Shit about shit.
Yeah, you supposed to let the streets handle that.
Right,
handle
you're
how
supposed to go on live and tell everybody back the fuck off. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, or just like or if you really a stand up chick, that shit shouldn't even get to you. You just go on there like, yo, y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. Suck a dick and then keep it moving. Because that's what I would have did. I wouldn't have let no random motherfuckers get to me like that. And but see, here's the problem. Again, being too transparent. So now, she's saying this, and that, right? Still don't know whether or not that's really the hope. But, that case is still going. We'll see where it goes. But if Tory's guilty, he's guilty. He deserves whatever he get. You shouldn't be pistol whipping or shooting no female over no dumb shit anyway. But again, we don't know what the fuck happened. I wasn't there.
So I don't think it's the transparency shit. I feel like it's like social media as a tool for transparency. Because the internet is like the main place where things can get misconstrued and like things that don't need to be out there is out there forever. The shit about that is it's out there forever. Because that whole like DJ Academics interviewing Charlamagne, like that's still out there forever. You can go see that video whenever you want. The articles on it, linking to it, like the shit is out there forever. So my whole thing is like, I feel like that's a social media thing. And I know we talked about the way, like, it fucks up relationship. But it's the same thing for, like, the industry, right? Like, it's also fucking up the industry. It's fucking up entertainment. It's fucking up friendships.
Yeah, but, like, this shit been going on even before social media was getting back into MySpace. And even, like, when Facebook first was popping. This is just a new wave of people just telling themselves, you got either... You either got the people that try to fake it to make it, look Instagram good and shit, look like they got money, look like their life is great when really it's fucking not. Or you got the complete opposite where they just say too much. And you know that this person just hates their life and hates the person they dating and just, oh, he cheated on me. I'm never taking him back again. 2 weeks later, back in the same fucking relationship. Yeah. And now we all know about it. Now you mad and everything because we start to clown you on it. But if you had never been that transparent to begin with,
right,
you hadn't worry about it. The shit that be pissing me off is when I hear people is like, oh, I don't take this serious. It's social. It's just social media.
People take social media serious. Y'all need to stop saying that
Yo,
bullshit. You know
that
you
shit is the
do.
most fakest, dumbest shit I hate.
Everybody
I was
takes that
like,
shit
yo,
serious.
either not even just that. And I was just like, but if social media is fake to you, it's because you made it fake.
Mm.
I was like, because all it is supposed to be a way where you connect with everybody. Now it's just became this place where people chase clout and do the most ridiculous things
And
for it,
trash people.
and or everybody's like, woe is me, pay attention to me, why you nobody likes me. I'm like, it's the most miserable shit. Like, it really is. Like, fake. Yo, that's why I don't really be on social media as much as people think I do, because I go on there, I'm just like, it's the same shit. Somebody's either crying, somebody's either showing off, somebody's putting somebody else down for not having money, even though they still live in Section 8. Like, this shit is just ridiculous. And everybody's just putting their business out there. I know about people's parents and their parents not fucking with them or not like taking care. Shit, you're not supposed to let everybody fucking know. And then you know what I always hear is my Facebook. I can say what I want.
Mm.
No, bitch. It's not your Facebook. It's Mark Zuckerberg's Facebook. You can't say what you want, because if I really say what I want, I go to Facebook jail and I don't come back. So you can't say what you want.
Yo, you sound like you've been there a lot.
Yeah, I've been in Facebook jail a lot. I didn't even know that was a thing. I would hear about it, and then I said one thing, and next thing you know, I'm in Facebook jail. And I was just like, this is some bullshit. Yeah, I was just like, yo, I didn't know I couldn't say that. But
this bitch is a liar.
yeah, I think it was something like that too. I was like, yo, stop lying, you bitch. And then next thing you know, I'm in fucking Facebook jail. But the whole point is, y'all just giving y'all business out there too much. It's way too much of y'all business out there. And then y'all get mad when it's used against you. That's the shit that kills me. You get mad, and I keep saying this, I'm going to keep saying it. Y'all don't know who really watches you on social media. And when I say that, I mean potential bosses, potential girlfriends or boyfriends that you done missed out on. You don't even know. You done missed out on because you're on there crying about Jose or Tyrone and how he cheated on you for the fourth time and shit, or how dudes ain't shit and like they ain't never gonna be shit because you just can't find a decent human being. You don't understand that, like, people watch that. And some people go past. Yo, my boss, right? Here's the crazy shit. My boss was going to hire somebody, right? This is some real shit. My boss was going to hire somebody, and he knew the person through social media, right? And was just like, damn, oh no, I know. Why is this person familiar? And looked them up. I was like, oh yeah, he's always on my social, fucking crying, fucking saying crazy shit, talking about, showing guns on on camera, all this shit. I'm like, what? And so I just like, I let it go. But he never hired him. And then I ran into the dude, and the dude knew me. He was like, yo, sis, I thought I was gonna get the job, boom, boom, boom. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think your Facebook fucked it up. And he was just like, what? That's my Facebook. What's the big deal? I was like, bro, but it is a big deal. People watch that shit. For example, I know that the feds watch mine. So like,
real. Hashtag real.
Yeah, that's some real shit, by the
real
way.
shit right there.
Yo, somebody's always watching it. Somebody's always judging you. Somebody's always, not that you should really care, because this is like a balance. You shouldn't really care, but you should. You should care enough that if you care about your life and future possibilities, then you should move a certain way. For example, my social media, I'm an asshole. I put asshole names, but that's the whole gist of me. That's who I am. That's why I made this show. But certain things I don't talk about. I don't talk about what really goes on in my personal life, certain struggles. Now, do I say I'm stressing? Not really. What I'll do is just like, I try to say things to the community to uplift everybody. Like, yo, you're not doing this alone. Stuff like that is cool. When we
Yeah, but some people think that shit is fake too. Like, people will always post that dumb shit. like trying to be inspirational every 5 minutes. Like
Well,
you're not fucking Gandhi. No one wants to hear that shit
man, first of all,
from you.
that's the problem. That's the problem with our people now. It's just that those
That's
things we
because
need to hear that. We need to hear that shit every.
yeah,
Like,
you
listen,
do.
I need to hear that shit every fucking day. Just like some people, like if you're religious, you got that psalm that you need to hear every day.
But you
That
know, like
prayer.
half the people that's posted inspirational shit are fucking assholes in real life that ain't fucking inspirational people. Like,
But who decides who's inspirational or not? Yeah, that's what I thought.
what you
Cause
mean?
everybody, cause one person's inspiration is another person's nothing.
Mm.
Cause I don't get inspired by the same things
I
you get
think people
inspired
just
by.
view it as hypocrisy. Like, don't be out. It's like preaching. You preaching, but you ain't living that lifestyle. You ain't being that motivational person. That's what I'm talking
Give me an
about.
example. I need an example, guys. Give me an example.
I don't have like a
You just running your mouth.
I'm
See,
not running my mouth. You
regular
know
female
exactly
shit.
what the fuck I'm talking about. People
Regular
know what the fuck
female
I'm talking
shit.
about.
This is what the
You
fuck I'm
know,
talking about.
motherfuckers.
Just what y'all want to criticize people just to criticize. Damn, a
Who's
motherfucker can't listen. Your motherfucker can't even be inspirational now. Cause
What you
look how you
mean?
started just
You
trying
go,
to
I'm
criticize.
an asshole. Let's
Yo.
use you as an example. Let's use you as an example.
Use me.
I'm
I'm
an asshole. I play asshole shit, but I also like to do inspirational shit. Why? Why?
For me, I'm a selfish.
Oh, so
I
you
don't
doing
do
it for yourself?
I don't do it for y'all. I do it for me. I put it out
Exactly.
there.
But you just said people need to see that shit.
Yeah.
Right. So you doing it for other people. You're not doing it for yourself. You doing it so that other people say to be like,
I'm
yo,
doing it for myself.
Yeah, you doing it for the
because
clout. You doing it for the clout too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So why the fuck you talking shit about motherfuckers being too transparent for the
That's
clout?
not being transparent. If I say something like, all right, one of my posts was like, listen, I understand like small business owners and entrepreneurs and content creators. One of the posts that I said was like on something on the lines like, this shit ain't easy. You're gonna have losses. Like I've had losses. I've lost hundreds on this on making mistakes. That was my post, right? I don't know if you want to call that inspirational, but my whole reasoning for that post was because at that time I really was going through it. I seen other people at that same time frame, middle of the night, going through their own shit. So I said, you know what? Let me show people like they're not alone. And I got instant reaction. And that was all I wanted. It wasn't, it was the clout. It was the clout to tell those people that were going through shit, like, yo, you're not alone. We all go through shit. The whole reason I created this podcast was because I got tired of all the division, of everybody, picking sides. Like you can't even tell a motherfucker if you got the vaccine or not. What motherfuckers want to fight? When did we get like that? This shit, it's not my business. I'm telling you right now, whether you get the vaccine or not, it's none of my fucking business. It's none of my business. Just like it's none of your business if I get it or not. Why can't we get back to that and just be all right with each other? We always say like, oh, we was never all right. Nah, we was never all right, but at least we was civilized with each other. At least we kept some of the bullshit behind closed doors. Like, because we understood there was bigger things. There's bigger things to deal with, bigger problems. I got too much shit to worry about what your views are, how you feel about this or that. That's none of my motherfucking business. I got enough problems. Just don't get in my way or don't make me feel less than you, and we cool. The whole point of this show is so that people could just smoke their weed and get away from all the, people trying to pull you somewhere and letting everybody, yo, this right here is a neutral zone. You come here, you listen to us, hang out with us, smoke. Maybe you laugh, maybe you don't. Maybe you talk shit back to me on the message. We tell you what's trending, that we talk about it. We give you a real perspective, and then we go about our business. That's the whole point of the show.
Speaking of real perspective, let me ask you this. Do you think Charlamagne or Joe Budden would ever apologize if it wasn't for a bunch of people asking them to? You think they would have genuinely apologized? And said they were wrong for that?
Charlamagne, no. Joe Budden, yeah, because Joe Budden a bipolar motherfucker.
That's true.
And
He names
so,
that.
yeah.
Didn't the show after
No,
he had his whole
I
ass
know that because
therapist on
I'm
there?
kind of a bipolar motherfucker. So it's just like, he calmed down, realized that he went to 1,000. If they really fuck with him, they know that that's the type of person he is. Mad still at him, but they get it. People that are really close with me, no, I'm kind of like that. I'll get, because the way we feel is just like those type of people, they love hard as much as they hate hard. And it's just
There's
like,
no in between.
yeah, there is no in between.
One extreme to the other.
Exactly. It's either, we love the shit out of you. Yo, I give my last dollar to my day ones. And they know that. With no care in the world. That's just how I always been. But at the same time, I be wanting to kill these motherfuckers when they get me mad. You know what I mean? Like, it's just. But once I'm calm, if they really been there, they know that like it's really all love. And you can see there that shit was really just all love. And he felt some type of way. He took it way too far. I wouldn't even my bipolar ass wouldn't have took it the way he did. But then again, I don't know. I'm not famous. I don't have an army of fans that will agree with everything I say. So I don't know how I would honestly react. We can't always put ourselves in these people's shoes, man. They play at a whole different level than we do.
Right.
And it's just like, yeah, it's easy for regular people. Not that it's anything special, but when you have people that are, I hate using that word influencers, but when you have people that like have a fan base, right? Like, and that fan base that's like your world. And your world is always agreeing with you. It empowers you in a different way, I guess. Because I've noticed that with a lot of celebrities. Like I know a few personally that before they got famous, I was they were whole completely different people. And these were stand up people. I'm not gonna throw their name out there in the dirt and shit. I don't want nobody to think any type of way or them to watch this and be like, oh, I know he talking about me. Like the reality is, the clout does change people. Not always in a negative way. Some people, like take little Uzi Vert for example. He's really cool with his fans. Like you always see online, like he always like fucking with them, and like always showing love to them and shit. He understands that like that's his money. You get what I'm saying? That like that loyalty pays him. Then you got other people that just act like this shit don't stink. But
So why don't you think Charlamagne would apologize? So you feel like Joe would have done it because he's bipolar, so he most likely would have felt guilty about it. But you don't feel like Charlamagne would feel guilty?
If he would have felt guilty, I mean, I feel like he would have said something a long time ago.
I mean, I don't disagree with you because I feel like it's because people are legit calling to end his whole ass career.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
he went and did that.
And the whole his case, like I said, I hate if he did it, which we'll never know at this point. But if he did it, then he should lead the show. But we'll never know at this point. And that's that shitty part. But what I don't want to do is like put his name into the dirt because no matter what, like,
yeah,
he's got enough to deal with being a black man.
I agree. I don't think he would apologize. I really don't think that Joe would apologize anyways. I disagree with you on that, but I hear what you're saying.
I think Joe would apologize. Joe has apologized before. See, you never listened to his podcast, but like he would apologize. I really believe that. I already had called it. Remember behind the scenes, like they're gonna sort this shit out. Will they ever be back on the show? I don't know. That I don't know.
That I really don't know. I'm right there with you. I really don't know.
But
maybe the bridge is like totally burnt.
He would apologize. I just fuck him. That's how I was. Fuck him.
While you defend him. He would apologize, but fuck him.
No, I was talking about Stupid Face and Casper. Like fuck them.
That's fucked up. Why you gotta be Casper for?
He need a tan. Rory, you need a fucking tan, bro. Pale as shit. I really can't stand them all. I don't know why though. It's just how some people just got that look, and like
I wasn't feeling him on that interview either. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't.
Like I'm from New York, and you see somebody like that, and you sitting on the train, right? and he just look at you way too long, I just want to get up and smack him. Like he
Oh
just got that
man.
look. Like he just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like your face.
Yeah,
I don't like your face.
he's got like this permanent screw face that like I don't know.
Like he up to something.
Yeah, like he like nah, he go to like pull out on you or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Maybe he just reminds me of somebody I don't like. I don't know.
Probably. I feel like that's a lot of feelings for somebody you don't know.
Yeah,
that you just seen on screen. Like, I don't like your face. Something about your face.
Yeah, man, like that's why I keep calling him stupid face. Every time I look at his face, I be like, yo,
Stupid
man,
face. Stupid
what
face and Casper.
Yeah, yo, I be looking at Maul and I be like, damn, what is it about this motherfucker? I don't like him.
Stupid face
Like,
and Casper.
it's just something. Every time I look at him, I don't trust him, man. Like, anyway, fuck the celebrities. Let's get back to regular people. I mean, I seen your social media. You're not really, your social media is more business though.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
But that's authentically me though.
yeah. I'm not saying it's not. Why you got all the?
I'm just naming that out loud in case people thought that was some kind of front.
Nah. I'm just saying, like, your shit is just business.
It's
like,
on
I
my
admire that.
Instagram. It's on my Instagram.
But
I feel
even
like
your
I
Instagram-
keep certain social medias for certain things. That's what it is.
Yeah,
but
but-
also, I work in my daytime job. I work in politics, so I have to be very picky and choosy about what I put on certain social media platforms where I have actual like politicians that follow me and see me regularly. That's different.
So that's why you don't got no twerking videos.
I do not do that. I don't do things
Yeah,
like
I swear to
that.
God, Instagram is just nothing but twerking videos.
I mean, I used to be like that, but not.
Oh,
not
yeah?
adult
Oh, yeah?
me. Not adult me.
See, Nick the Freak.
We not gonna. Oh my
back.
God, we are back here again, folks.
And we're back with the sounds with your girl, Nick the Freak.
Why? I'm so embarrassed, y'all. Yo, stop fucking with me though. You about to have creeps in my fucking social media trying to talk to me.
Like, you already don't and shit. Well, women don't have creeps in their social media.
That's a fact, though. I don't know why they thought. Why did they think that we're going to engage? There are bitches out here engaging. I know some of y'all are engaging.
Because because you know what it is. Because if the motherfucker's cute enough, you will engage in the bullshit.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Yes.
Yeah, and that's why. So you got dudes out there. Most guys really think they good looking.
I'm getting that. I'm getting
Most
that.
guys really think, and that's what's up. Like, more power to them and shit. Because I'm a confident
That's
dude.
because one bitch one time made them feel like there was somebody, and
Yeah.
they just rode on that wave.
So
They're
it's just like,
yes,
yeah. So it's just somebody,
yes, I do
or
have
some
a
of them
big
just
dick.
feel like that. Like, if they got the money, they can just talk however they want to talk. But I've noticed that about social media. There's a lot of confident dudes.
But have you seen that bitches are now being transparent about that and just putting niggas on blast, like
So is
taking
the
it out
ugly-
of
I hate that
DM,
shit. I hate
taking
that.
it out of the DM
hate
and
that
putting
shit.
it out there.
Yo,
in the
because
world.
first of all, if you ever notice, most of the
Why
females.
you hate that? Because you be sliding in bitches DMs.
No, hold on one second. First of all, if you ever notice,
We gonna come back to that. You gonna address that.
most of the females that do that shit are usually ugly bitches. If you ever notice that, like, it's almost like they seem like they do it for clout. Like, oh, look, this guy sent me a dick pic. You're not the only one. Every chick gets dick pics and shit. You're not special. Out in somebody that sent you a dick pic, it's not, to me, I just think it's stupid. Unless he says some real creep shit and you want to do some crime, how you say it? Crime watcher shit. And like, yo, this guy's a pervert. Watch out for him, kind of shit. Like that I can understand. But to just go on social media like, oh, I can't believe this guy sent me a dick pic. Ha ha ha. And there's always some ugly chick. And I'm just like, yo, you should be lucky that somebody sent you a dick
That's
pic.
fucked up, Lozo.
Because why do it? Have you done that?
No, I've not done that. Ain't nobody got time for that
Exactly.
shit.
Why do you have time for that shit?
Delete.
Yeah, that's it. Just delete them.
Ha
And
ha
shit-
ha. I'll
if you
laugh
don't
about
want-
you
listen,
with my homegirl.
Here's the thing. If you don't want people to send you dick pics or not agree with your post, there's a very simple thing you can do. Just add people you actually fucking know. That's it. Just add people you actually fucking know. Why do you need 5,000 friends if you're not even running a business? What the fuck? You get what I'm saying?
But I feel like that's not always the case though, because if you have like not private pages, people can see your shit and engage with you.
But you chose to make it not private. Right or wrong?
Yeah, but there's different reasons for that, Loso.
Okay, I could get for a business. I could get for a business, and yeah, somebody just in your DMs like, "Hey, pretty girl."
But why are niggas
Here's the
even
thing
doing
about-
that? Period. Like, why you doing that?
I don't know. I don't do it.
You sure, Loso?
I'm
You ain't
100%
slid
positive.
no bitch's
Listen,
DM.
Nope.
You ain't never even told a woman she was beautiful in her DM.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. But I never said no dick pic.
Okay.
But it's different. Like
You send dick pics of women you in a relationship with though?
yeah.
Okay.
Not all the time though. Not at every request. Because I just like I said, I'm very anti-dick. So even on my own dick, and I've been told it's great, and I still just look, and I'm like, I don't want to look at it.
I'm sure you was told it was great. Fucking liar.
I'm not though. But they could
Why
have been
you
lying.
had to say that on?
They
Why you
could
had
have
to
been
say that on the podcast, Loso?
What?
Why you had to say that little piece on the podcast?
Because it's in reference to everything.
It's not for the clout. You ain't trying to get some messages.
I've been said I was trying to get the clout. The whole point is to get the show the clout. But yeah, I've been on chicks DMs.
Y'all can slide in his DM.
Nah, no, you can't.
Ask him to send you a dick pic.
No, I'm not just sending nobody no dick pic. Anyway, getting back on.
What she look good? What she look good? What she look good? And she don't got no kids. We know how you feel about that. She don't got no kids.
Stop saying that.
She look good.
I don't care if you have kids or not.
Yo, bitches that don't got kids. Yeah. Y'all listen to the show long enough to know. Don't got any kids. You ain't got no baby daddy drama. Aww.
I got tired of that shit.
I'm trying to help you out, my nigga.
Anyway, no, I don't care whether you have kids or not. But yes, I have sliding chicks DMs saying, "What's up, beautiful?" This and this and that. But not on every freaking chick I seen. Usually, I don't know, something stands out, and if I want to try to, throw a line out there, I throw it. If it don't catch, it don't catch. On to the next one. I don't sit there like some of these creeps do and keep messaging and messaging. No female is gonna ever say that Loso messaged them more than once. Once you seen that, I seen that you read it and you did not respond, I keep it moving. That's all I need to know.
Yo, what are we even talking about right now? Look,
you brought all that
I
shit
know,
up.
but it's about the time of the show when niggas get too high.
Yo, well, that's your fault because you trying to assassinate my character and start saying.
I'm trying to help you get some DMs, yo.
I don't need no damn help.
Brother.
The whole point of the show, and to end it like this, is just like sometimes, yo, y'all just gotta stop putting everything out there. I just feel like if people do that less, like, and I'm speaking from somebody that actually does this. At first when I came out, I was doing the same shit everybody else was doing, like just being too transparent, having my business out there. And then I realized that's not really what I want. When I see like family members or friends that I really fuck with and they go and they take that shit onto social media, I'm the first one and they know in the DMs like, yo, take that shit down.
Right, that shit don't look good.
Like, that's not necessary. Handle that shit. I'm very like in relationships, yes, go argue. One thing I hate is arguing in public.
Yeah.
There's nothing like just take it just look at it as that way. Think of being like too transparent on the internet, like being in the supermarket. Imagine you with your shorty or you with your dude, right? And he just starts wilding, right? In front of everybody.
Right.
And you just looking like, damn, like you're gonna be embarrassed. Well, the same thing if you take shit onto social media,
People
right?
just think that social media is like far and removed from the public, and it's not. Like, it's so much more in the public.
No, because at least in the supermarket, those are strangers. You'll probably never run into them ever again. But in social media, motherfuckers already have screenshotted your shit. Like, those people are still gonna be there. They know who you are. Like, it's there. And once you put it out there, it's there for, like how you said, it's there forever. Whether you delete it or not, it's there forever. Once you put it on the internet,
captured it.
Somebody done captured it. Somebody's laughing at it, and it's just like
somebody's talking about.
It's all
unavoidable
unavoidable
right now.
You know how many times like there was chicks I really wanted to date, and stood clear away from because they put every relationship on the internet. You ain't about to do that to me. Fuck that. And that's why I literally go all the way back into the timeline to certain females. Because if I see that you always like shitting on the dude or, saying every little thing, oh, look, my man's sleeping, I'm doing this and that. And I'm like, oh, hell no, I'm out. You ain't about to do a whole diary, documentary. You ain't about to do a whole documentary.
My
on
life
social
with my
media.
boyfriend.
Yeah, nah, we ain't doing that. Not with me, at least. And shit, you can do that to the next motherfucker, but nah, whatever we got going on, that shit is done behind closed doors. If I have a beef with you, nobody needs to know on the internet. Unless we broken up and I say single.
The internet, the podcast, the YouTube channel,
none of that
shit.
None of that.
That shit is not cute for nobody. Not for the average person. Not for a fucking celebrity. That shit wasn't cute what you did. Charlamagne, Joe Budden. Your shit stank. That shit look fucking ratchet as fuck and foul. That shit look foul. Like, why are you doing that, yo? Like, who asked you to tell everybody these people's business? You look crazy right now. You should set a better example. And I'm mad it took other people to tell you to say sorry, for you to say sorry. And the thing about Joe Budden's sorry is, like, he was talking about Kevin Hart's, like, reaction to that and saying, like, that what he said really spoke to him. And I'm like, you was a grown man. You should know that shit was not right. But it's especially, I think people felt more about what Joe Budden did because these were his actual friends. Like, that shit was foul. But he's still a human being because people do that shit with each other. Regular people do that shit with their friends all the time. Do foul shit in public for everybody to see.
Nah, I don't know what kind of friends you have. Like,
who the fuck said I was talking about my friends?
You just sound like it was relatable or something. Like, you looked at me like I'm supposed to relate, and I'm like, nah.
You don't see fucking friends beefing or family members beefing with each other on social media? Say no.
Yeah.
Say no.
Yeah, I do.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. It's an example. It don't have nothing to do with me.
Oh, my fault. Once again, you started talking.
Which one of these buttons is yours? Which one of these buttons is yours?
Yo, I'm telling you, it's just a bad habit of mine. It's just like a self-defense mechanism.
Right.
My brain starts to fry out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's why you single, nigga. That's why you single.
Probably gonna be like that forever. Fuck it.
Just gonna be sending dick pics in the DM for a while.
I don't send no damn dick pics.
Whatever, nigga. There's no evidence to say you don't.
All right. So to end this shit, right? Because now you get whacked.
I'm getting whacked. That's because you came for me. You always try to come for me on a show.
No. All jokes aside, though. Oh, can we at least agree that people need to just tone that shit down?
Absolutely.
Can we also agree that let's not call Charlamagne a rapist until we actually know if he's a rapist? But
we're
also,
not gonna agree on that. But okay.
All right, we're not gonna agree. I'm not gonna call that man a rapist until it is proven that he's a rapist. But if he is a rapist, then not only should he lose his show, but something should happen to him. At the end of the day, shouldn't do that to no woman. Shouldn't do that to anybody, period. Man or woman. You should just, like, it's not necessary. So that's why I stand on that. Joe Budden and Stupid Face and Casper, I mean, make up. They come back on the show, whatever. I haven't watched it in a while. It's gotten kind of, like, boring for me. But, hopefully, things work out for the best. All I know is this: they got more money than me. All of them got more money than me, so I can really give a fuck. I care more about regular people's problems than celebrity problems, because at the end of the day,
But can we agree also that there's nothing wrong with transparency? It's how you go about it.
No, I don't agree with transparency. We don't need to know everything. I don't need to know what everything the government does. I don't need to know what you do. Like, some things just need to be kept a secret or be private. We've been too transparent. Certain things, yes, need to be known. I need to know if you're fucking me.
So then you
over.
agree. Thank you.
No.
I said transparency, right?
Yeah.
To a certain degree.
And I said, and that's today's show, folks. Fuck out of here.
Nigga. I just turned my mic back on, y'all. I done figured it out.
So you excited that you pressed the button?
Yeah.
Nah,
I'll be paying attention at the beginning. So every time you do that, I'll just uncheck it.
I'm gonna have to figure out a situation.
I done figured it out.
Now you know what I'm gonna do. I'm just move it back up there, and then you just not gonna be able to touch it. That's it. Solution.
Wanna say I won't walk up there though, my nigga.
All right,
Say
all
I
right,
won't.
all right. We're wasting valuable recording time for no reason. Let me just finish ending. All right. As always, like we thank all that listens, that subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, Bluntz, make sure you subscribe to that. Also, you can go on www.bluntzcoffeetea.com and follow us on all our social media links. Also, if you want to donate to the show, our Cash App is on there. It's not really necessary, but every little bit that we do get goes right back to the show. So with that being said, I hope y'all enjoy, the rest of y'all day.